Well, all right, good morning. Bobby Lee here with Hurricane Creek Farms with my helper. But as I kind of mentioned last week, getting a little bit of a late start these days on my weekdays just because of schedule at our office. But got out of there, made a quick trip to the feed store. Wanted to get a full pallet of mineral. They just didn't have it. They're gonna get some more in later this week. So we got a few bags. Got these wean calves checked on, headed back to the house. Got a bunch of other things to get done. Appreciate y'all watching. Give video a thumbs up. We always like to ask for that. Subscribe if you haven't. But let's go get some more stuff done. Moo, we got a nice one caught there, don't we? All right, a little bit muddy. They're not quite out of mineral, but we're gonna put them some more out while we got some on the hook. They'll be set on mineral for a while now. So there is our newest calf. What's that mama cow's name?
Woolly Bear.
Yeah, that's Woolly Bear. So obviously just a few of the cows actually have names. Woolly Bear was actually a bottle calf that she's just a little younger than Kimber, because we have pictures of Woolly Bear as a bottle calf with Kimber. I don't know, maybe you might have been 2 years old when you were feeding her, but she had a little heifer calf yesterday. We're gonna get it tagged. I'm not hurting. Woolly Bear. There you go, baby. Okay. Yeah, as you may be able to see, a couple of buzzards flying around. Thankfully, one taken off out of that tree.
Is it a boy or a girl?
That's a girl, little heifer calf. They were all up there, I think right where she had this calf yesterday, probably just eating the placenta. But one thing that is gonna remind me to hit on, we do have, there's two different types of vultures or buzzards or whatever you want to call them that we have. You know, our native species, the one that we're supposed to always have, I don't remember the exact names. You know, they're just scavengers. They just eat dead stuff, or like that placenta. They're a benefit, you know, to the ecosystem. And we have another one that'll actually prey on calves. You hear horror stories where they'll catch a calf that's just being born. It's not even fully born yet. Peck its eyes out while the mom is, you know, down and can't get away. Thankfully, we have had no problems right here ourselves, but I've talked to a couple of people that actually have problems in our immediate area. So I don't know if you've run into that ever before. Comment below. I'd like to hear from you, and it's something we watch very closely. One benefit of calving right here basically in our backyard, but you always hate to see the buzzards because that makes you think, oh God, something died. But no, they were all right up there where she had that calf yesterday, and afterbirth was laying there. So we got another new one. This will maybe be more of a challenge to get our hands on. That's a pretty good cow. She's not crazy, but looks like she's not crazy about us getting close. So we did bring an extra tag just because I'm always prepared. That day we had 4, and maybe even the day we had 3, I didn't have that many tags with me, but we do have one. We'll see if we can get our hands on this one, see what sex we have, and get a tag and see her.
There was one running after me. There's one running after me.
Hey, it ain't even your cat. Keep filming. Like that cow's gonna get you. I'm sorry, baby. So, had a little more drama than we needed. You all right? This Hereford cross cow I don't know if she's gonna try to steal this calf from the Brangus cow or not, but she kind of came over the hill when we rode by. I was like, well, I know she doesn't have a calf down there. She calved a month ago. But I don't know, maybe I was a little too confident. But I felt like she was more bluff than anything, but that's the way to keep your head on a swivel though, right? All right, so still hadn't found the main problem we were looking for. Had a calf with what looked like an abscess earlier this morning, and I just gotta find it. So this is the one we need. I don't know if you can tell in video, but that right front leg, shoulder, very swollen. As he tries to take a step here in a minute, which he no doubt will as I move towards him, you'll see him limping. But we're gonna see if we can get our hands on him, confirm if that's what it is. If it is, we'll lance it open. And we did bring an antibiotic injection. But Mary, you wanna film? This one shouldn't be as dramatic. That's DW71. She is a very gentle cow. You come on over here. So, maybe not quite as what we were thinking it might be. So not really sure. All right, buddy. I'm gonna go ahead and do the antibiotic. I don't know if it just has not organized fully into an abscess or what our issue is. Hold on, buddy. Hold on, buddy. It's obviously very swollen. What's that to say? Yeah, it's obviously very swollen. I don't know, I thought that was gonna be a more rewarding abscess to lance there. I still think based on the nature of that drainage, it probably looked mostly just like blood. You know, on camera, I think it is more likely an infectious, issue, etiology, but keep a watch on him. Mainly just wants to be sure he's staying with his mom, he's up, he's nursing, he's doing those sort of things. If he's not looking better, just pretty much right away, we may have to get him up and put him in the barn. But and since our bulls have been here, we have not had them any minerals, so getting the feed removed over here for them, we'll get a little mineral put in it. Be sure we got their health and nutrition where it should be. Like, what in the world is that? Well, that's not the way that was supposed to go. Feed truck is also on the way, so we're gonna get some feed put in both the bins. Go ahead and climb up there and get the lids open for him in case I'm not right here when he pulls up. So I gave them about a half bag of mineral just because with just two of them, they're not going to go through too much. But as you can probably appreciate, a very pretty day, sun shining, definitely cooler than it was over the weekend. We had some rain come in, which you can probably also appreciate. Muddy, but we're expecting by the end of the week, lows back in the 20s overnight, chance of snow on Friday. So winter is not going out without a fight. That's fine, it technically still is winter time. March snow is not unheard of around here, so yeah, we're gonna enjoy the sunshine and 50s today, so we're gonna enjoy that. But said, I'm gonna climb up here and open these feed bins, have that done. Got one full, pulling up, get the other one, get empty. So 6 tons of feed delivered. Got the other bin already closed off. Oh yeah. So we should be good on feed for well, I always say this, should be good for a while now, because especially once the grass starts popping and we're not feeding hay, these cows, which they're getting the bulk of what we're feeding right now, they won't get very much. Even though we're gonna be buying calves here in a few weeks, same thing, they're gonna be grass. So, got Lucy up here in this pen. I just want to start feeding her a little more. Being a dairy cow, obviously she milks a whole lot more. She has a little higher energy demand. She's lost a little more body condition, you know, 1 or 2. Which, of course, you know, cattle, you know, the body type and body condition of a dairy cow is completely different than a beef cow. But kind of do this with her every year, get her back in a little better shape to get bred back. So what we'll do is we'll put her over here with the bulls, just because we're feeding them a little more feed because they're still growing. We're feeding them some of just the real good hay that was stored in the barn. 2, go ahead and put her with the bulls. She's probably not going to breed back just yet, but if she goes ahead and breeds back early, that's our preference, because again, the whole point of having a nurse cow is that she's already lactating before anybody else calves, and therefore she's ready to nurse one if we do have a orphan calf. So idea is we'll keep her up in that pen just for right now. Her calf, which is a couple months old, he'll be up there at the gate eventually, wondering why in the heck he can't get to his mom. Then we'll let him in with her and then move both of them over there. I think it's been the next few weeks until we turn out with cows in there. Then once she's back, well, I probably will just leave her with the bulls until the bulls get turned out. So just be with them for the next several months, actually. All right, so we made the decision. So about 2 o'clock on the dot exactly. Beautiful weather. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this water gap put up across here. Got those wire panels laying over there on the ground that were brought down here the other day. But you see, I've got waders on because creek is fairly deep there. I say fairly deep, it's gonna be knee deep on me at least. So I'm gonna stretch this cable across there is the idea, and then suspend those panels, and then see what else we may need to do to make it completely cattle tight, more or less. But we got the cable strung across there. That may be about where we want it. Really don't know. You don't know how likely it is. It shouldn't be too likely that a cow gets down in the water and then wants to go under it. And clearly they've been coming just through here and walking this bank and then back up that way. I mean, that is a literal cow path coming up out of there. And we're securing the panel to the cable just using these little quick links, like so. 2 will go just on there like that. First thing, just screw it up there. Sliding this panel on across there. Height may end up being not too far off as far as how much tension we want on there. Gonna need just another partial second panel. I don't know. We'll go ahead and get this one hung and see. We brought our bolt cutter so we can cut a panel a little shorter if we need to. So here's the score currently. Obviously this one needs to be cut off somewhere about right in here where it'll fit, and we'll have that extra piece. We could even suspend down there, although I'm not sure that we're gonna need to. Here's the somewhat finished project. Got a couple of proverbial loose ends to tie up with it. But when we get out here in the water, you can see, I mean, a cow could easily walk under this. I don't know, there's not real good spots for them to get down in the creek right here anyway. We're gonna watch them closely. This being the cow herd, you know, as opposed to the stocker steers coming straight out of the sale barn, not as worried about them just hunting a hole in the fence. this kind of one temptation, which you can see we got some old steel posts here, is to put a post there on the other side of this. But now if we get a real big flood of rain, which it would take a pretty significant rain to get up to it, but certainly over here on this lower side, we'd like for them to be able to swing up and out of the way. But one thing, this creek comes just, I mean, I don't know, we're maybe 1,500, 2,000 feet from the lake levee. And so because of that lake right there, it controls, kind of the flooding along this creek. My uncle, when he owned, of course, the place just right next to us, it's our place, he always would say every time we get a big rain, the creek would get out. And so we don't have those huge flood rains. I guess we still get the rains, but we don't have the creek flooding quite as bad because the lake catches all that water and then they let it out slowly. But anyway, I didn't explain that very well. I'm also not much of an engineer, but this should hold cattle. I mean, we'll check it, of course, frequently, especially after those big rains. But it's done gotten warm. I think it's supposed to get up to like 57. Obviously, I've been doing a little physical labor. These waders are hot. I'm about to come out of them. I've been bringing the pup with me, Archie, just because he's gonna be a farm dog. I want to get him used to this. Couldn't find him. I'm like, great, where'd he wander off to? Hey, what are you doing, man? What in the world are you doing? Not a good spot for a pup to be. Come out of there. Come on. I think he got scared at one point when I was dragging those wire panels. That I don't know. It startled him. But he's in good shape now. Just gotta watch out for him. It's kind of a fine line between getting him out here, getting him exposed where he can learn the ropes, so to speak, versus, kind of keeping him safe, keeping him out of harm's way. Yeah, there's just a fine line there. Now I'm over here back on the corner of our place where if you watched the last video, Kimber and I rode down through here checking these fences, and we were standing over there on the other side of that ditch looking at where this limb fell. I don't even know if the ice storm is what got this limb, but need a stretch, which we got kind of a combination of some really old barbed wire and some old kind of cheap web wire. It's really huge squares. But anyway, we're gonna, as Archie sits there, get this limb off of here and stretch those wires back to that railroad tie that serves as a corner. And of course it's not even braced, but hey, it's not perfect. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 strands back tied into place. Like usual, like I always say, 4 strands not ideal for a property line fence, but I mean, that's all that's over here on this farm too. And of course, this is now cross fence, and there's just a smorgasbord of old wire, new wire, medium age wire, just kind of a mess of everything. But let's got this spot fixed, which really has the fences and all pretty well in good shape on, I kind of consider this all one property. I guess property owned, property or pasture we rent now. Made it back home. Lucy's calf standing right out there. Figure eventually, it's only been like an hour and a half maybe since I separated them. He'll be right there at the gate wanting in. As soon as he does that, we'll get him in here with her and get them both over there with those bulls. But it's been quite the productive day. Got more done than I really thought I would. You can get a late start because of going into the office. But a good day, a beautiful day. I was just checking the weather too, because of course we've been really focusing on that next round of winter weather at the end of the week. Heck, it's gonna be even nicer tomorrow, Thursday. It's see if I can do this with the phone. So tomorrow, 61, sunny. Friday it's gonna be 62, but then Friday night into Saturday, a 95% chance of snow with a low of 22. Saturday it only gets up to 37. Back to 57 Sunday, and 60s and 70s again next week. So spring is coming. It is coming. It's just winter's gonna get one last kind of kick to the groin in on us, which that snow should melt whatever little bit we're supposed to get pretty quickly, get out of here. But y'all keep tuning back in. It's probably gonna about wrap it up for this one. We're gonna be wrapping up calving over these next few weeks, Got feeder steers that are going to be finished. They're going to slaughter here, I guess 2 weeks from yesterday is the first two. Grass, I was looking at grass just now when we were over on the other farm and back here. I'm thinking 2 weeks from today, maybe, when we're going to turn out, you know, get them off, you know, just this area where we winter them and feed them hay. And then got some grass that should be just about ready, especially these temperatures stay nice, you know, Friday night into Saturday notwithstanding. But anyway, again, I'm getting long-winded. Appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate you giving it a thumbs up, subscribing, all those good things. And as always, we're gonna remind you to eat beef, and God bless. Thank y'all. Archie, you just chilling? You becoming a farm dog? You like being a farm dog?